Hi everyone. You know, a lot of folks think legendary guitars are all about the legendary players. That's kind of where the conversation usually starts, and that's kind of exactly where it goes off the rails. You see, a guitar's legend isn't just about fame, it's about specific instruments at specific moments when something irreversible happens to the sound. And with the Strat, that's especially true. The Strat didn't get legendary because it was popular. It got legendary because certain Strats stopped being just tools and turned into, like historical markers. So this isn't about the best guitarists who happen to play Strat. This is about 5 Fender Strats that permanently changed how music sounded afterward. Guitars that didn't follow history, they made it. But before we get to the list, we gotta set the scene. The early days. Before the late 60s, the Strat had its lane. It was all about clarity, articulation, being silly. You had Buddy Holly using it for that crisp rhythm. Dick Dale in surf music just cranking the volume and speed, going for the pure attack. Blues guys like Buddy Guy were pushing for more expression, more tension. All of it hinted there was more under the hood. But the instrument, it was stable, predictable. It made sound cleanly, efficiently. You shaved its voice, you didn't really fight it. That was the deal. Until the story really kicked off. And that story starts with one name. Before Hendrix, the Strat was a great instrument. After him, it was something else entirely. His thing had nothing to do with polish or restraint. He treated the Strat like a living system, something that could react, push back, even fight you. Feedback wasn't a mistake. It was like material to work with. You could play it, shape it, speak through it. The tremolo bar stopped being just an effect. It became part of the language. And it all came together at Woodstock in '69. Hendrix on stage with that white Strat wasn't just a performance. It became the symbol of what this instrument could mean. From that point, the Strat wasn't just part of his sound. It was part of his identity, his music, the moment itself. This was the moment the Strat stopped following guitar history and started embodying it. Any real talk about Strats starts right here. But revolutions, they don't run on pure energy alone. They need structure. Eric Clapton's Strat Blackie is all about control, clarity, lineage. Where Hendrix blew the walls out, Clapton refined what was inside. Blackie connected the Strat straight to the blues tradition. Not as an experiment, but as its native tongue. It was all in the touch, the phrasing, the dynamics. Every note had intention. Expression came from holding back, not forcing it. What made Blackie legendary wasn't volume or aggression, it was trust. Clapton showed that the Strat could speak honestly, deeply, within American music. No distortion, no tricks needed. This was the moment the Strat became legitimate. Not just a rebel, but a respected voice. And once you've got that, freedom and tradition sitting together, the instrument is ready to go further. The Strat never really went away in the 70s, but its role, it needed a new kind of fire. What Stevie Ray Vaughan wasn't a comeback, it was an escalation. His guitar, number 1, showed just how deep the Strat's emotional range could go. whisper, cry, scream, snarl like a wounded animal, sometimes all in the same phrase. The sound felt alive, unstable, brutally honest. SRV pushed the Strat to its physical and emotional limits. Clean tones had tension. The overdrive sounded raw, human, exposed. It wasn't just a style. He let bare the Strat full emotional bandwidth. After him, you could never say the Strat was limited. It could do vulnerable, aggressive, restrained, explosive, all at once. But after that level of intensity, you kinda need some clarity. If SRV showed the Strat extremes, Mark Knopfler showed its mind. His Red Strat isn't about power, it's about articulation. Perfect timing, that clean tone, it gave the guitar a conversational quality. Every note feels intentional, almost spoken. This is the Strat as a storytelling device. No heavy gain, no big gestures, just tone, clarity, and control. What made it legendary wasn't flashy virtuosity. So come on, listen to thousands of swing the guy could obviously play. For the American audience, this approach hit different. It connected rock, roots music, and a kind of maturity seamlessly. And from that clarity, the final step is scale. The Black Strat isn't just famous, it's monumental. This is the Strat as a tool of space and time. David Gilmour proved that a single note placed just right could carry more weight than 100 notes played fast. The guitar stopped being about motion and became architecture. Delay, sustain, phrasing, they turned tone into an environment. Notes weren't just sounds, they were events. The Black Strat became legendary because it transcended genre entirely. Rock, prog, ambient, those labels just fell away when tone itself becomes the structure. This is where the Strat moves past technique and into the realm of pure composition and atmosphere. It's the natural place to end this list because it completes the instrument's whole arc. So what ties these 5 Strats together? It's not about style, or speed, or tech. It's about choice. Each one became legendary because someone found a new role for the Strat and committed to it completely. The Strat didn't hand them an identity. It allowed that identity to come out. That's why this guitar survives every era, every trend, every shift in taste. It doesn't force a voice on you, it reveals yours. That's what makes a Stratocaster truly legendary. Alright, that's gonna do it for this one. If this stuff clicks with you, do me a solid, hit subscribe and tap that bell. I'm gonna sign for now, but we've got more of this deep dive coming soon. Take it easy, see you next time.